I was born in the country of Ukraine, which was in Europe. I lived in an orphanage until my mom and my dad and my brother and sister come to get me. The orphanage told me, my parents, that they didn't really know when I was born, but when the orphanage got me, they thought I was about 2 months old, which makes my birthday somewhat around February 9th. Ukraine is a very poor country. I didn't have enough to eat there, and the orphanage was freezing. My mom and my dad said they could see their breath. My family came a long way to get me.
When I came to America, it was very confusing. I was scared and in the wrong time zone. It took a while, but I gained weight, learned to love my family, did the things that other Americans did, and eventually went to school. School was not fun for me. I couldn't read or write, and the other kids bullied me a lot. I went into what's called an inclusion classroom, which means I spent part of the day with a small group of kids like me, with the same teacher, and part of the day in a class with regular kids. Math was so hard, I never really did understand it, and I still can't stand it.
In middle school, after some kids threatened to beat me up, I finally got put in another middle school. It was better, but I spent all day long in the same class. I wanted to join the regular kids, but since I have autism, it was really hard to know how to interact with them. And it was probably better than I was with just the same kids at all. The one positive thing for me through was Scouts. I started first grade as a Tiger Scout. My dad has been a Scout, and I was a Cub Scout leader. So I didn't have any choice. I liked it though. We played games and the kids were nice to me. The one thing that kept happening though was that no matter how tough school was, I could come to Cub Scouts and everyone treated me just like one of the regular kids. It made me more confident in who I was.
In middle school, I joined the scout troop. It was like Cub Scouts, but we were all older. The kids still treated me like one of the regular kids. I held my first scout leadership role. I was the librarian. I did it for almost 2 years, and during that time, something began to happen. I started to understand what it was like to be a leader, take responsibility, and to be part of a group. Not only was I good at leading, but the other scouts actually listened to me. In high school, I started really grow in scouting. I became assistant patrol leader, then patrol leader, and then in my senior year, senior patrol leader. I found out something interesting, which is that I was really good at it. During our last camping trip of the year that we went on, one of the scouts who came with us felt that some of the kids were picking on him. I tried to be helpful and to be his friend, but he went home anyway. We thought he was going to quit. He came back though the next school year, he said, because I was so nice to him. When he came back, it made me happy and excited. I had done a good turn. I think it helped me understand what the Scout Law and the Scout Oath meant.
This fall, I started college in the Macy program at Salem State University. They have a special program for students like me, and I was fortunate that I was recommended for it. I am the first student from Woburn to go to Salem State in this program. I'm excited because I'm going to college and I'm studying to become a meteorologist. It's been a big change from high school, and there I have been lots of challenges and changes that I have to face. I think my time in Scouts helped me with newer challenges of college. I know that I can do it because I was getting ready to do my Eagles project. I was really scared. I thought about how hard it would be. All the steps that I needed to take, and I didn't think that I couldn't do it. But my scoutmaster, Miss Fitz, and I talked how far had come in life, in the leadership skills that I've already had. And she made me realize that it would be hard work, but I could do it. She said that to anyone knew I could do it, and all the other kids would want to help me. Yeah.
Last semester, I took a meteorology class. It was incredibly hard, but in the Macy program, I'm lucky that I have an ed coach, a career counselor, a program coordinator, and many others who've helped me. I ended the class with a C. I was upset about it until I learned that it's one of the hardest courses at the college and that 25% of the students didn't pass, but I got a C.
Thanks for giving me this opportunity to speak to you tonight. Oh,